Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope your week's been going good. So today I'm going to bring you American Football Association Game 1. This is a game designed by JohnFlo over at Dice Sports Generation. He presented this a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about that he wanted to add maybe a couple more teams to it for his playoff picture to make it better. And I thought, well, you know what? I reached out to him. I said, you know, you throw in 6 teams, I'll throw in 6 teams, and we'll have a 12-team league. I'll play all my team's home games, and he'll play all his team's home games. Meaning when, obviously our conferences meet, like that. But when we play within our own conference, we'll play all those games ourselves. So he liked the idea, and that's where we're at here, guys. We're going to try this out. So it's a co-op league. So I've got week 1. I believe 2 games that I need to play. So this game 1 of those 2. So quick backstory. I presented them with I can show you actually. These were the original teams I gave him. And he used his 6 teams from his Texas football league. So I thought about, I'm like, you know what? It'd probably be a good idea if I use my 6 over here from my National American Football Association that I got from Jason Graham, because I just got done doing a season with that. So you guys are familiar with these names, and I think it'd just be better entertainment if you're hearing teams that you know about. So it'd be kind of cool, You got, the Birmingham Hammer going against the Alameda Eagles. These are teams you've been hearing since our video's been playing. So he thought that was a great idea. So I went ahead and changed that. So I'll use these teams somewhere down the road, somewhere else. So that's what we're going to do, guys. We are going to keep stats here. Okay. So got a handful of stats we're keeping. We are going to be running a offensive player of the year tally, defensive player of the year tally, and an MVP. So we're there with that. Let's see what else. I'm going to link his video about this in the description, as well as the PDF for the rules. So if you guys want to play this game, let's see if I can show you. So this is let me get this out of the way, might help you. So this is the PDF here. This isn't typo. It should say D10. And let's see. So yeah, this is it right here. It's very AI is an amazing tool if you use it right. So it's got all the information you need. I've added something to the game. So when you roll a 10, that's going to be an offensive line versus blitz. You then have to roll 2d6s, 1 for each team. And obviously, if the team that's blitzing wins, then it's going to be a sack. So what I decided to do, if in fact it ends up being a sack, I'm going to roll, well, since I'm using the screen, I'm going to roll a D12. And if it lands on a 2, 3, or 4, that's going to be a quarterback fumble. So that'll be a stat that it'll be for the, and then when you do these, right, you have to choose for the defense what player is blitzing. I mean, I guess you don't have to choose. You can always do it afterwards, whatever. I can even roll for it, find out what lineman was blitzing or what middle linebacker did it. But nonetheless, that's how I'm going to do that. I do have a chart here, a range chart for fumbles, receiving TDs, and TD runs. I made an original one that involved 2d10s, but I changed it because I didn't like so much the percentage that the quarterback was causing fumble or being the cause of fumbles. So I changed it and went with a D6, two D6s, and I think it's a bell curve that we're using on this. So that's what I'm doing. I do have player names for my teams because again, I'm using my teams from my NAFA league. So the way it's going to work is when John plays his games, he's going to send me his results and what players did what. I'll add them into the stats, and it should populate. These will populate. So if I don't know if he's going to send me the names or not. I mean, he doesn't have to. I can simply put quarterback, and it's going to have the team name right here, so we'll know what team it's from, what position and all that. It don't necessarily need a name, but I went ahead and added my team's names. So okay, that's where we're at. Enough rambling about that. So yeah, this is something we're gonna try. I think it's gonna be great. This if it turns out to be good, this may be something that John wants to continue moving seasons on with this. This may be a long-term project here that we're playing. It may evolve into something where, um, I really enjoy using Jason Graham's cap system, and that's the player aging system. So that may be something that we may talk about adding to this and see if it's something John agrees on. If he wants to add to it, where we have to age our players, and if they retire, they retire. We got to get a new name in here. So we will see how that works out. But let me get going here with game one. Excuse me. So today's game, um, I'm playing my Birmingham. I say mine, but yeah, this team I brought in. My Birmingham Hammers against his Hiram Clark athletes. Okay. Um, the Birmingham Hammers really came in with a crappy grade. I rolled really bad grades for them. Um, let's see. I don't know if I have a picture of it. I might have a picture of them. Let's see. Yep, right here. So these are the original teams I had. Georgia Sparks is the Birmingham Hammers. So you can see their offense I rolled is a D. Their defense is a F. Like look, really crappy grades, right? These two teams here. So I forgot who the Indiana Meteors are, but I can find out real quick. The Meteors. That is going to be my Raleigh Panthers. So the Raleigh Panthers and the Birmingham Hammer, really crappy teams in this league. So we'll see how they fare. All right. I think I got everything set up. So this is a D10 here, two D6s here, a D12 here. Player Finder is the yellow. These two are used, obviously, if there's a blitz that I roll up on. Red is going to be for the away team, the Hiram Clark, and blue will be for the Birmingham Hammers. Hey, excuse me, folks. Okay, let's get the show on the road. Game one of the American Football Association League, created by JohnFlo over at Dice Sports Generation. Here we go. Hiram Clark gets the ball. They're going to get a 9. Ooh, almost a sack attempt. All right, so let's see a 9. And he is on the B chart, so that's going to be a touchdown. Okay, that's a TD. Now let's find out what kind of TD that is. So we're going to bring up, I think this, no, that's not, that's the phone. So let's find out what kind of TD that was, folks. And that's going to be a 1. We got to remember that. Okay, we got to roll again. So we're going to roll again. Let me mark down that that is a, well, I guess I can do it after we find out. So I'm going to roll here. That's a 7. That's going to be a TD pass. Okay, to number 2. I don't know how he's going to have his structured, but I'm going to put right here. I have on a range here. TD pass. 2, 3, and 4 is the tight end. So I'm going to put that down here. John, if you have any certain way you want to do your players scoring, let me know, and I can always change that. But we're going to go here. TD pass to tight end. All right. There we go. They're on the board, 7-0. All right, let's see what Birmingham can do. A 1, and that's going to be a that is a turnover because we are a D. Let's find out what kind of turnover that is. Here we go, and that's, yep, it's going to be a turnover. Let's find out. That's going to be a 1. That's going to be an interception. So interception, thrown 2. Number 4. Did I do an interception right here? Huh. I didn't do an interception, I don't think. I sure didn't. I didn't do the range for interception. I knew I was missing something. Okay. Well, it's got to be. Well, it could be a middle linebacker, or it could be a linebacker, it could be a defensive back. I'm gonna say defensive back. We're gonna go with defensive back on this one. I don't have. Hold on. I'm gonna use my old chart for this. Give me a second, folks. I apologize for that. I knew it was too good to be true. Okay, let's see here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pause the video. I gotta find something. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, I'm back. Give me a second. I'm gonna write this in here. So we're gonna do interception range, and that is going to be 1 through 8 is a cornerback slash safety, and let's make that a 1 through 7. 1 through 7, cornerback safety. 8 to 9 is a linebacker, and a 10 is going to be your defensive lineman. All right, there we go. All right, so we have a 4 here. 4 is going to be a cornerback safety. The way I would do this, a 1 through 7, anything odd would be your cornerback. Anything even would be your safety. So we're going to say that was an interception by the safety. Not 2, but let's go interception by safety. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, here we go. So it's going to be nothing. He didn't get nothing there. Of course, Birmingham throws an interception. All right, here come the Hiram Clark athletes. See what they're going to do here. 7, another TD. It's another TD, and let's find out how that TD came. That's going to be a 6. TD run by number 8. So 8 is going to be the quarterback. All right, so we have a TD run. TD run by the QB. Okay. 7 points there. Okay, so I'll just go over the ranges with you, just so you guys understand. When you hear me throwing out these numbers, you're probably like, well, where are these coming from? So for fumble ranges, and these are the players that are going to be able to cause the fumble. These are D12s or 2D6s. So quarterback is a 2, 3, or 4. A running back is a 5, 6, 7. Wide receiver 1 is an 8. Wide receiver 2 is a 9. A tight end is a 10. And the fullback is 11. I included a punter as a 12. Okay. Receiving TDs. Tight ends will receive it on a 2, 3, or 4 roll. Wide receiver 1 on a 5, 6, 7. Wide receiver 2 on an 8, 9. The running back slash fullback will be a 10 or 11. So 10 will be the running back. 11 will be the fullback. 12 is what I call a trick play. If I roll a 12, then I'll roll a D4. I believe it is. I think that's how I'm doing it. I got some chicken scratch going on here, guys. Anyways, a 12 is a trick play. Such things as a jet sweep would be the wide receiver 1. A tush push would be the tight end. A wide receiver reverse would be wide receiver 2. And a fullback heavy, obviously, is the fullback. So I'll figure out, like I said, I got chicken scratch here. I don't remember how I put this down. I think what it is, I was going to roll a D4 and determine how that play happened. For TD runs, I have a 2 and a 3 rolled is going to be a trick play. Okay, if I roll a 2, it's either going to be a jet sweep. So if I roll a 2, I'll roll the dice again. If it's even, it's a jet sweep. If it's odd, it's going to be a tush push. If I roll a 3, even will be a wide receiver reverse. Odd will be a fullback heavy. If I roll a 4, 5, or 6, that's going to be a fullback. 7, 8 is a quarterback. A 9, 10, 11, or 12 is going to be the running back. And for interception purposes, a 1 through 7 is your cornerback safety/safety. 8, 9 is your linebacker. 10 is your defensive line. So that's that, folks. So now you know where I'm coming from when I'm throwing out these numbers. Okay, we're first quarter, folks. We have the Hiram Clark Athletes 14-0, just destroying the Hammers. All right, here come the Hammers. Oh, here come the Hammer. Oh, sorry, guys. All right, here we go. I'll get back to it. All right, here we go. 1. We have a, hold on, 1. Another turnover. Oh my goodness, dude, are they crap or what? Another turnover. And what kind of turnover was this? A number 9. Interception. Oh, look there, folks. Interception return for TD. That is sweet. So, a couple things we have to do here. 10. Interception return for the TD. So, actually, there ain't a couple things we got to do. Let's find out who got the interception. Defensive lineman. Holy crap. Wow. So he must have threw his hands up, hit it. They must have been close. They must have had them pinned far back in their home field. So we have defensive lineman. Let me change that to interception. Interception by defensive lineman. Ran. Oh, you know, I got to do some, guys. Ran it in for TD. Okay, something I almost forgot. No, I almost forgot. I did forget it. I caught it. Anytime there's a TD, you have to kick the extra point. Go for the extra point. Okay. So, let me bring up that rule here. Glad I caught that. Crap, I gotta move all this stuff. Let me see if I can read between the lines here. Here we go. Here, I just gotta move this. Extra point. All kickers roll a 1d10. 2 through 10 is good. So they can't get a 1. So 2 through 10 is good. Field goals 4 through 10 are good. 1, 2, or 3 are misses. Okay, let's do that, shall we? Let me minimize that. Get back to our game. Okay, so I'm gonna roll here. Use the white one up here. So he wants to avoid a 1. Okay, that's good. So 7 points. Now we're going to do it for this one. That's good. So he made both extra points. Let me just make a note here. Extra good. Obviously, it's good. I got 7 points, but just for stat purposes, I see that and kind of remind me, oh, I got to give a stat for the kicker. Extra good. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. We are set. Set to go here, folks. Okay. All right. Wait. See, I almost messed up again. I gave them that. That's not correct. So we're gonna add 7 points here. There we go. 21-0. 21-0. So, Hiram Clark athletes turn again. Can they add on to it? A 0. So they got a 10 here, folks. Here we go. They got a 10. So it's offensive lineman versus the blitz. Okay. So as you see here, they threw a 4. Home team threw a 5. Home team wins. They're the blitzing team. Okay, so they get the blitz. They get the sack. Okay. So they sack the quarterback. Now I got a couple things here. Let me find out number 12. Let me see here. Fumble range. Well, sack is going to be okay. So 6. Okay. All right. I got to add something else to my list here. I didn't have ready for sacks. Bear with me, folks. This is the first game I'm running here. Appreciate your patience. So sacks, only linebacker and defensive lineman are going to be considered for this. Okay. So okay. So defensive lineman, simple, 1 through 6 or 1 through 5. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah, I say simple, right? Yeah, 1 through 5 defensive linemen. And linebacker is going to be 6 through 10. Okay. So we're going to see what that was up here. We'll use this die here. It's the 10-sided die. So let's find out who sacked him. 2. It's going to be a defensive lineman. So defensive lineman. I'll just say blitz. Defensive lineman sack quarterback. Now, was there a fumble? Okay, was there a fumble? We're going to roll these. Or, no, this die here is a 12-side die. So a 2, 3, or 4 is going to be a quarterback fumble. No quarterback fumble. He didn't fumble the ball. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so there we have it, folks. Blitz. Defensive lineman broke through the line and sacked the quarterback. All right. Here come the Birmingham Hammers. An 8. 8 on a D chart. Oh, they finally score. And let's find out how they scored. Down here, that's an 8 TD run by number 1. So we'll go down our run chart. I can't use that. It's a 12-sided. Okay. That's why. I need 2D6s. All right. Well, yeah, I gotta have another dice down here. Change that to a 6, folks. I apologize. Make that a yellow. Show. All right, TD run. 10. That's gonna be by the running back. TD run. All right, running back. And now we got to see if the extra point was good using the D10. So it can't be a 1. Yes, it's good. Extra good. All right, they're on the board, folks. They have 7 now. All right, here come the Hiram Hiram Clark athletes. 8. I could swear that's what they've been hitting all night. Another TD. Can you believe that? And what kind of TD was this? 8. It's going to be a TD run this time. TD run by, and let's find out who that was by. 6. TD run by their fullback. And let's check the extra point. Extra point's good. All right, my goodness, they're putting a whooping on them, aren't they? 28-7. Still in the second quarter. Here comes Birmingham. What are they going to do? An 8. They're going to score another touchdown. And 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 9. This is a touchdown. Oh, a kickoff return TD. So that's a kickoff return. I believe that's one word. By. And that's just going to be the return man. So I just put TM, return man. Now let's find out if the extra point's good. 4. It is good. Okay. So extra. Good. All right, 28-14. Birmingham is slowly trying to come back here. All right, here come Hiram Clark. And they get stopped. A 5. A 5 on the B chart. All right, they got a field goal attempt. So it's down here. Field goal attempt. Now they need a 4 through 10. No, wait, that's a 10. So they got it. It's good. Okay, good. 3 points. All right. 28-14, folks. Hold on, did it not register at 3? Let me get rid of that. Nope, it didn't. Okay, second. Give me a second here, folks. Let's see here. Give me a second. There we go. All right. 31-14. Everything's good in the world again. All right, here we go. So, first half. What a major, my goodness, what a butt kicking is going on. Hiram Clark athletes come into the Birmingham Hammer Stadium and as the inaugural game of this league, and it's just destroying them. 31-14 at halftime. Birmingham Hammer's coach is in there talking to them. They're like, look, guys, this is not the NAFA League. This is a whole different beast. Okay? We're dealing with some great teams here. We're dealing with some Southern teams. Man, these boys come to play. Okay? All right, so it gives him a talk. He's like, come on, get out here. We can do this. So here they come. Let's see what they do. And what do? They come out and are facing a blitz. So let's see what's going to happen here. So we got a blitz going on. They stop the blitz. Okay, 2-6. They stop the blitz. So we get that roll again. believe that's how that works. John didn't clarify, but I'm thinking if you stop the blitz, you should be able to roll again. I'm going to roll again. If I'm wrong, I'll correct it. I won't do it again, but I'm going to roll again. 5. 5 on the D chart. They have to punt it. So they're punting away. All right, here, Hiram Clark coming back. They get a 4. 4 on the B chart. They're going to have to punt. All right, Birmingham. 8. 8 on the D. That's a touchdown. That's a 9. Kickoff return TD. Is that their second one? That is their second one. Look at there. This return man is gold. Kickoff TD by return man. Extra point. And let's find out if the extra point's good. It is good. 7. All right, 38-14. Let me make sure I'm not missing nothing. Yep. Wait. Yeah. And I'm gonna put here. I'm gonna just shade this red. There we go. All right, Hiram Clark. Here they come. What are they gonna do? A 4. 4 is a punt. All right, Birmingham. You can capitalize on that. They get a 7. 7 is a field goal attempt for them. Field goal attempt. And they need they can't get a 1, 2, or 3. And they get it. They're good. Good. So they get 3. Uh-oh. That's all right. Folks, you see that? That just gave the Hiram Clark athletes. All right, so I'm gonna have to go over this again. So 7. Okay, so they got 3 there. That should have been them. That should have been them. So all right, let me just change this. So no, I did that wrong. It's got to be these guys, Don. These guys. Some. That guy. That guy and that guy. Okay, they're them and them. There we go. Okay. All right. Here come the Hiram Clark athletes. What are they going to do? 6. 6 on the B is another field goal attempt. And they're going to get it. Field goal attempt is good. Give them 3 points there. What is going on here? Oh, not 2, 3. There we go. Okay, it's working now. All right, here come Birmingham. They get a 4. 4 on the D chart is a punt. Hiram Clark. 8. It's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown. 3. TD pass. 2. 4. TD pass. 2. And that's going to be the tight end again. 7. Folks, what a thrashing. 48-17, final play of the game. 7. 7 on a D chart is a field goal attempt. And it's good. 48-20. Hiram Clark just disseminates Birmingham Hammers. I mean, just like they're like, oh my God, guys, go home and rethink your thought process here. You came here and you thought you were gonna. I mean, we came to your house and you just handed us the keys. Holy crap, man! That is a fun game, folks. That is a fun game. Get in the description, download the PDF, and start playing. I love how there's different events going to happen here. You get a TD, then you got to find out what kind of TD is. 2 kickoff return TDs. Wow, that's great. 2 kickoff returns. Now, did they score 2 TDs? Wait. TD run. Yeah. Yep. So, wow. That is great. This is very fun. This is going to be a great season to play. 48-20. Let me go ahead and log that in. Slide that over there. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I can. Hold on. What's the schedule? Yeah. I've got to change. So the computer generated a schedule, but this is not the schedule we're going to work with. The first week is correct, though. So I'm going to hold off putting it in. I'll do that off camera because I want to make sure. It's probably going to want me to type out everything, the whole full name, since they're listed on here like that. But there you go, folks. That is the first official game from the American Football Association League. 48-20. What a great game. So get on over there, check out his channel, watch that video. I'll have the link in there. And download this PDF and play some games. If you want to come back and leave some comments, let me know how you enjoyed it, what you thought about it. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it for today. I've got to get ready here and get ready to head off to work. So, John, you made a hell of a game here. Thank you. Shout out to Jackson and Jason, Kevin, Brian, all the great creators. All right, guys, I am out of here. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.